So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the built-in translation tool in Articulate Rise to translate a course. It is incredibly easy. Now, unfortunately, they do not have set pricing for adding this on. Right now, at the time of this recording, it's April of 2025, and they have a free trial available. So you can go test it out. But as to the cost, I cannot tell you how much that is going to cost. So I don't even know if I'm going to use it, but I really hope it's not that expensive because it is unbelievably easy to use. You're not going to believe this. So you build a course, and let me start, before I jump into that, let me just remind you that when you're building a course, you always want to try to have 3 learning modalities available to learners. This is a level 2-3 build, if you've heard of the e-learning levels. You want them to be able to read it, see it, and hear it. Now, I'm only saying that because when you translate it, you're going to want to deal with these 3 things. You want your learners to be able to read it, to see it, and to hear it in their native language. Here's the reason I'm even mentioning that is because most e-learning courses do have these 3 components. I mean, you don't have to build them at that level. You could do one where they just have to read the content, but it's just that that is very rare. So normally they're at a level 2-3 build because it's just good course practice. So anyway, there are 3 types of media we'll have to deal with. I'm going to explain that after I show you how to do the translation. All you do is you go to the gear and you'll see now you have translations, and it says you can translate your course from the Rise dashboard. So if you're doing the old way, the XLIF translation, you will still go here and do everything that needs to be done. But here's what it's showing you here when you go there. Go to the translate option. So we're going to close this. We're going to close out. You're assuming your course is built, right? It's ready to go. You're going to go 3-dot menu, and then here is your translate. So you're going to choose that. You'll choose the source language. For me, it's English, and then you will choose your target language. So I'm going to translate, and you can translate this to multiple languages at once. I'm going to do Spanish, but I don't see it there. Am I crazy? Maybe they have it. Oh, European Spanish. Okay. Don't know what that is. But you could choose multiple languages here, and they will all happen at once. I'm just going to choose one. And you can also choose the formality. I keep that as automatic. So that's going to make a difference in how the words are translated and then put back into the course. So if it's a very, very formal, serious thing, you might just choose more formal, or if it's not, choose less formal, or if you're like me, just choose automatic. And then you choose translate. This is going to happen very quickly. So this is just your main preview screen. Like when you're previewing your course, you look at it from this point of view where you can go in and look at each page. And if you're wanting to look at the Spanish version or whatever language, you select it, and then you can go look at each page here. So every language you've translated to will be over here, and you can go select it. Now, to edit it, you're going to now choose Edit Course. And you are in your English version. Here's your Spanish version. Now, for any change you make to your main original course, you can optionally have that translated later. So let's say you go through, like, a year from now, there's changes, and you've got to go through and change things, and you change it in this native file, in the original. You can then have that sent to the other languages if you want. Now, you can then also edit each language separately. Obviously, you're going to have to do that because, for example, in my Spanish version, I'm going to have to swap out this image that says level 1. I'm going to want that to be in Spanish. So I will need to swap that out. The changes you make to each individual language cannot be shared with other languages. So if there's one big update that has to happen to all the languages, you do that in your main language. All of the changes you make per language cannot be sent to other, versions and languages. I think that makes sense. So there you have that. Now, when you're ready to have this reviewed, you're going to publish a review link. And when you do this, you can choose to just publish a review link with your English, just publish one with your Spanish, or you can just have them all in one. And I'm just going to make this, they're going to all be in one file. I'm just going to publish that because I want you to see what that looks like. Okay. Just pop on over here. So in my review link, you're going to have now a course stack on the side that has the different languages. So when someone reviews this, they're going to choose their language. If you just give them the standard review link, which is what you're looking at right now. However, for each language, you can actually request a review for just that language, and then that person, that reviewer, will only see that language. And let me show you. This is how you collect your changes. So we're going to request review from, I'm going to make up an address, melanator.com. Okay, so let's say you have your Spanish person. You're like, hey, I need you to review this and make sure all of this looks good. Okay, so they're going to get an email. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let's go to Melanator. Okay, this is the email that they'll get. It's going to look like this. They don't have to have an Articulate account. They don't have to know anything about Articulate. They're going to go to Review 360. Now, if you're going to have a reviewer do it, you might give them a little overview of how this works, just so they completely understand. It's pretty cool how they've done it. Okay, so here they are. And it looks like they do see they can go to the English. They can go back to the English. I thought it was just going to be the Spanish, but it is not. Okay, so they're going to go in here and let's say that this title does not make sense and they need to change it to something else. I don't know. It's going to be in Spanish, obviously. So they go through and they make their changes and they can see what they look like over here. Okay. And when they're done, they would say, okay, yep, I've checked all of this. Everything else looks great. I will mark it as done. And then they're going to go on to lesson 2. They're going to go through it all and make sure everything makes sense and everything looks good. And keep in mind, they're always seeing how their changes look. Where is this one? It's not showing up. Oh, see, changes show up right there on the screen so they can see what it looks like. And then they mark that as validated and so on. Also, when you send it to them, you can set a due date. And yeah, just the due date, I guess. They could also leave just general comments, same as always. But for the translation, that's how that works. Okay, so now they go through, they make all their changes, and then how are you going to know what they did and how are you going to fix that? You're going to go back to your course, to the edit version. Okay. We're going to just open it up as if we've never been here before. Okay, so here we are. And we see this little number here by the Spanish. That indicates that changes have been made that we need to review. So we go to them. And we could import suggestions. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and so now let me show you. We imported their changes. We didn't even look at them. And you can see here it has brought in their changes. Now you could also choose to save this language as its own file, its own Rise file, if you don't want all these languages in one package. The reason why it's nice to have them in one package is because you send your client your one SCORM, and then they have all their languages in that SCORM. And a learner can go in and just select which language they want. The other cool thing about it is the SCORM will track their progress not based on language, but just simply based on the lessons. So for example, they could take the first half of the course in English and the last half in Spanish if they wanted. So it doesn't track per language, it tracks overall. So that's pretty nice if you have English language learners and they're going to try it in English, but maybe they need to go and take some of it in another language. So that is how to do the translation in Rise. If you're wanting to see how to deal with those things like images, videos, and audio, you need to subscribe to my channel and watch the other videos that I have. And like this video too, of course.